Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with a vlog for you, and this vlog is going to be an at-home vlog. It is a rainy day today here in London, but the plants out on the roof garden are loving that, so I'm not complaining, although I would prefer it to be sunny today. I hope you're all doing really well. So in this vlog I'm just planning to do some bits around the home. I'm playing catch up a little bit this week, and I stayed up quite late last night editing a video. I was editing the landing makeover video and I was answering some comments as well, so I didn't get to bed until it was past 1 o'clock. So I'm having a bit of a slow start this morning and putting the finishing touches to that video and doing some emails and that sort of thing. And then I want to just spend some time at home having a bit of a sort through some bits, and also I thought we'd go through the houseplants today as well and make sure they're all doing okay, so we'll give them a little bit of TLC as well. And this video is kindly sponsored by Wrap Clear on Plastics. I'll be telling you more about them in a little bit. Hello bus. I've had to dig out some candles, and these are autumn and winter ones. We've got frosted berries on the go, and I think this one is maple. I was meant to be meeting up with Luke this afternoon. We were going to go and have a coffee and sit outside, social distancing of course, and have a proper catch up, which I was really looking forward to. But with the weather not looking so good, we've decided to postpone it, so we'll be doing that on a day soon. I probably will vlog that day as well, so we're going to wait for a sunny day so we can have a proper catch up and not have to worry about getting rained on. I had to remind myself that we don't have the option now to run inside a coffee shop or something like that to take shelter if it does rain. So I think things like that are going to take a bit of getting used to, aren't they? Because although it's great that we can meet up with our friends now outside, yeah, if the weather's not great, then we kind of have to think that one through. I did suggest that I could have brought the big purple parasol along that is now sitting in the loft not doing much, because I didn't manage to return it, but instead I think I'm going to actually give that to a friend so they can have it in their garden.
I saw the city passing by my window, was in the crowd but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb. A tunnel where there's no...
And I hope you're all doing well, and that's it. How's it Thursday today as well? Anybody, please explain? I've just made some feta with spinach, cucumber and cherry tomatoes on toast. I put the cherry tomatoes in the frying pan in some coconut oil, and I've got a coffee. So I'm just going to put some dinner on now. I'm going to do the old favourite chilli in the slow cooker. I just want to show you some flowers that I picked up the other night. Somebody was actually selling these from their front garden. They had a few of these kind of wildflowers done like that for £1 each, and they had like a little tube that you put the coins down that went into a box. But I just thought that looked really sweet. I think this might dry, I'm not sure. I've got it in water at the minute, but let me know if you think I could dry those out, because yeah, I just think they look really nice, and I've got them on the kitchen shelf here. And I'm going to try the frozen vegetables in the slow cooker for the chilli today. So I'm going to add some frozen peppers, frozen onions and frozen mushrooms as well. So I'll let you know how that goes. So that's dinner on. That took about 30 seconds, which is great. And the sun has come out now, which is absolutely typical, isn't it? As soon as you think it's going to rain, it doesn't rain, or it's the other way around, in my luck anyway, especially if I'm planning on doing any shooting or anything like that. But never mind, the sun has come out, so I thought we'll have a quick look at the roof garden as well, because I want to show you the hydrangeas, because they are looking incredible. They've been really enjoying the rain, and yeah, the colours are amazing. So let's pop outside and take a look. Okay, I thought I would stop for a cup of tea. Have any of you seen those cups of teas that people are making on TikTok, where they literally throw the water in and then put it in the microwave, and then the tea bag and then the milk, and it's quite disturbing. So yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea and then I'm going to do a bit of a blitz. I'm gonna do like a power hour of just a bit of tidying. The first things I'm going to do is take out the recycling, which brings me on to tell you about today's sponsor. So today's video has been kindly sponsored by Wrap Clear on Plastics. So Clear on Plastics have a website that's full of information to help us better understand how we can use plastic in everyday life in a more sustainable way. And I've been having a good look on their website and looking at some of the questions that many of us are wondering, including why can't we just ban all plastic packaging? Because there's many benefits to plastic that maybe we don't consider all the time. I haven't really thought about this too much. For things like food packaging and reducing food waste, obviously plastic can form a airtight barrier, a watertight barrier and a hygienic barrier around foods, which can prolong their shelf life and in turn reduce food waste, which obviously is better for the environment. And it often will weigh less than alternatives, so in terms of transporting those goods it can then reduce the carbon emissions as well. Another thing I've learned is the difference between bioplastics, biodegradable plastics and compostable plastics. Are you still with me? Because I'm confused already, but I have learned the difference. A bioplastic means that it was made from a plant source and not a fossil fuel, but it doesn't mean that it's biodegradable. So it won't break down naturally. Biodegradable means that it will break down in the natural environment, but it doesn't mean anything unless it's also compostable. But compostable plastic has to be broken down in very specific composting conditions. So it's actually more beneficial here in the UK, where we don't really have composting plastic as an infrastructure. I haven't really heard of that before, to actually recycle our plastics. And one of the things that many of us will be asking, I know this is something that I'm particularly interested in, is how can we reduce our own plastic pollution? So the first one is to recycle as much plastic as you possibly can. And there's information on which plastics can and can't be recycled on their website, which will be in the description box for you. The next one is to buy plastics that have recycled content in them. So they've already had their plastic best life and now they're on to their plastic life number 2 or number 3, who knows. And then we can find ways to use less plastic, so things like taking a reusable shopping bag to the supermarket, or to be honest, I'm quite tempted to get a trolley involved because you know what I'm like when I fill up those shopping bags. Another thing you can do is refuse a plastic straw. I know they're being banned in lots of places, but I have a metal straw now as well, and using refillable coffee cups and water bottles, and taking a packed lunch, which is a great way of using up any leftover food as well, and then that will save you buying any food while you're out that's been packaged in plastic, and I think it will save you a few pounds as well. So lots of positive things that we can take away from this. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever considered any of the things that I've mentioned and what your thoughts on them are as well. And do check out Wrap Clear on Plastics website in the description box for more information and facts on all of that stuff as well. It will be linked down there for you. I'm going to crack on with the recycling now, and while I go through it I'll share a few more tips with you along the way. So first of all, empty and rinse any bottles of any leftover foods and liquids, because that can contaminate other recyclables. Labels can be left on as they will be removed in the recycling process. And if you replace the lids and they stay on the container, they will get recycled as well. And you can also squeeze out all the air first to make some more room in your recycling bin. Triggers can be left on when recycling things like kitchen cleaners or bathroom cleaners, but soap bottle pumps need to be removed and put in the bin. Okay, it is time to have a tidy up, and I'm going to start with the dining table, which has turned into my desk, so I want to get that all tidied up before dinner this evening. And I just heard a noise, and it was the peony shedding some petals, but it is still going strong, and I've been changing the water every day for these just to help them last a little bit longer. These have been, I would say, maybe 5 days now. Still looking good.
Wrap it up and hit the road. I just gotta announce some vibes. Strike it
That is so much better. I always feel better once I've cleared the table off, even though it's a bit of a chore. It's much nicer for the evening time. And I've been putting everything into a basket to make that a bit quicker as well. So I call this basket my things that I can never find when I need them basket. So I've got my spare battery, memory cards holder, charger. This is like a mini tripod for vlogging, and also my running armband. That is a classic that always goes missing, along with my headphones. This is the story of my life. Why is there a paintbrush in the sofa? I'll tell you why. I was sitting there doing a haul the other day and it must have slipped down the crack. But yeah, that is just classic. Okay, so next up I want to change the bedding on the bed in the office / spare room. It's basically like the nap bed, day bed situation, the one that I have to avoid during the day. So I'm going to pop these on. These are the ones that I picked up recently in this leaf print design. I have not come across that before. This has a zip to do it up. Interesting. I hope that's not going to be uncomfortable. I guess it sort of sits underneath. And there we go. Ties in quite nicely with the print and the lamp. You gotta understand that we get one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. Okay, I thought we'd check in on some of the house plants, and this here is my rubber plant, which I've had for a few years now. It's doing really well. It's kind of sat at the back of the living room, so the windows are in front of it, but it doesn't get loads of daylight, but it does get some. But I've heard that banana skins, or emergency banana skins, are good for the leaves to get them nice and shiny. So it's looking a bit dusty, so I thought we'd have a go at using these on the leaves and see how they come up. Oh. We don't want that going on. We don't want bits of banana left on it.
Oh no, with your words on repeat, I will break like a twig right under your feet. Don't you say that you didn't want me. You turned me upside down and then you rid of my bed and under my skin. Oh, where will it end if I let it begin? So big.
And I think that is looking a whole lot better. Look at that shine. I saw a rubber plant in a store and it was so shiny, and I thought I have to polish mine and bring it up to its proper shine. And that banana skin trick really has done the job. Look at that. Fab. And I guess it's going to be a lot healthier without having dust all over it. I'm sure the leaves will appreciate that bit of effort. So yeah, recommend that technique. A few bits of the banana came off along the way. I don't want to show you the banana skins because I'm slightly embarrassed, if I'm honest with you, at how much dust came off this. But yeah, really pleased with that. And it's doing good because there's some sign of new growth at the top there as well. With the hanging plants in the kitchen, what I tend to do with these is just give them a soak, maybe once a week or so. So the soil is absolutely bone dry at the moment. So I've got a bowl of water here and I will literally just submerge it into the water and then let it take the water up through its roots. I'll sometimes tip some on top as well, just to make sure that that's all soaked as well, and just leave it for about 15 minutes or so, just to make sure that it's had chance to take the water. In fact, I'm definitely going to tip some on top too, because it is so dry. And sometimes when the soil's really dry, it doesn't take the water right away, because it is literally dry, it just drops straight through. So with the hanging plant, if it is submerged, I can do that a couple of times and I'll know that the water isn't escaping. It's going to make sure that it goes into the roots. And also with hanging plants, the water drips everywhere if you do it with them hanging up. So yeah, sometimes I'll put them in the bath to do this as well. Give them all a plant bath. This guy isn't looking too healthy. This is my peace lily that I've had for a long time. Again, the leaves have got quite dusty and I think it might need a bit more soil as well. So not worried about this one. It will be absolutely fine, but I'm just going to give it a bit more compost in there and yeah, figure out why its leaves are drooping. I'm going to take away all these dead ones as well. So this one's had its time and a good soak now, so I'll just take that out, just let it drip off. And then when I hang it back up, I will hang it directly above the bowl as well, so any drips are going to be caught down below. So time for this one to go in. This one was on its last legs, but it is bouncing back. But again, as you can see, very dry situation going on. So that's going to go in. I don't want the leaves to submerge though, so I'll pop those out to the sides. But there's some signs of new growth here, which is good. And then again, I'm going to add some water into the soil to get that soaked. And now that one can enjoy its bath. So don't leave these for too long. Do just give them like 15 minutes or so once they are soaked. That's probably all they need. But you could do this maybe while you're cooking or that sort of thing. So just keep rotating them. And talking of cooking, the chilies had, whoa there, a couple of hours or so. I've already drained some of the fat off. So yeah, that's just the mince and the peppers and mushrooms and onions in there, and I'm going to add some baked beans, some kidney beans, and a jar of chili sauce and some chopped tomatoes. Stir it up, and I'll leave it on for a couple more hours, and that will be good to go.
You know life's too short, so let's not waste another minute. Hey, it's alright now. Listen to such a beautiful sound. Hey, it's alright now, but I don't know if I can take another go round.
Okay, so I think me and my book and my chocolate raisins are going to end the vlog here, and I'm just going to finish my book this evening. I've only got a few chapters left, so I'm really looking forward to getting that finished. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog with me and spending the day at home with me. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been up to this week. Don't forget you can always catch me over on Instagram, where I post stories every day on my main account if you want to see what I'm wearing and that sort of thing. That one's Mr. Carrington. Then I've got my home account, which is Mr. Carrington Home, where I share all of my home stuff. So I hope to see you over on Instagram as well. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, or if you're watching this in the evening, have a lovely evening. And thank you again so much to Wrap Clear on Plastics for sponsoring this video. Their website will be linked below, so you can go and check them out too. Let me know if you're a fan of the chocolate raisin, or do you prefer a chocolate peanut. And yeah, do click subscribe if you are new here. I'd love for you to stick around, and I will see you very soon for another video. These are starting to melt on my hands, so I'm going to shove these in my mouth and say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye.